this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So we're here for episode 1 of our Tags-tastic series that we're running. And today what I thought we could do is make heart tags or tags with hearts. So obviously if you're joining in the challenge is, you know, just use the theme that we're using. So of course you don't have to use the exact things that I'm using or anything like that, but it's just in the theme. So today would be tags with hearts. So, you know, that's kind of that's the criteria for the challenge. So, which you may have seen in my trailer for this series. So basically over the 7 days of the series, at the end, obviously the challenge is, you know, there will be a winner drawn from those people who've joined in the challenge. So yep, it's all going to be you know, very exciting. So hopefully lots of people are going to join in and we're going to have loads and loads of fun. So I've got a bunch of tag bases that I'm going to use for today's video. They're already covered and cut out into tags, and then I've got my hearts printables. And again, this is where I say, you know, you really don't have to be using exactly what I'm using, you know, unless of course you want to. So I've got my heart printables and I'm just going to kind of go along and, you know, use the heart printables to kind of make some, you know, fun and different tags. Hearts for me, they don't necessarily always feel very vintage. And so, you know, I sometimes struggle to use hearts, but we're going to just, yeah, just be exciting and just go for it. So I've got all different colours and things in the hearts and different sizes as well. So I've also got obviously different size tag bases. So I'm just going to lay out some of my tag bases now. And then hopefully I can kind of do them, you know, a few at a time. So this is like my clocks paper. This one is from the Junk Journal Basics Kit 2. This I think is from the Belgian Blue, and that's also the Junk Journal Basics Kit 2. So I might try and be a bit exciting in, you know, not going for matchy-matchy. And to be honest, I'm saying this, but no doubt I will revert back to type and it will be completely matchy-matchy at the end of the video. I'll look back and say, oh, what was I talking about? I did not achieve that at all. Yeah, as you can see, I'm straight away going for matchy-matchy, which is, of course, completely what I said I wasn't going to do. But it's very hard not to be matchy-matchy if you know, generally are a matchy-matchy person. So I'm going to just put some hearts down that I think will, you know, coordinate, even if it's not in a matchy-matchy way, if you see what I mean. So coordinate, but possibly that coordination might be, you know, clash in the colours, because sometimes that's really fun to do. I mean, that looks gorgeous on there, doesn't it? You know, is that more fun, do you think, than having the blue? I mean, the blue's lovely, isn't it? But it's quite safe. So perhaps we will have the green one there. And perhaps we'll swap this one for a blue instead. Let's just check. I'm not sure now. To be honest, I quite like that clashy kind of look, actually. The more I'm putting it down, the more I'm kind of thinking, oh, yeah, that's quite fun to do. Let's just check this one. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to kind of just put them on like this. Now, I'm wondering, do we want to have them as maybe some pockets and things? And do we want to, you know, layer them up like this? That might be quite fun. So I'm going to try and do a few different things, obviously, so they're not all completely identical or anything, because that would be pretty boring. So I'm going to just ink around the edges of my hearts. Again, you know, I just quite like the inked look, but you know, not everybody does. I know that Rachel over at Roxy Creations, she very rarely inks, and her stuff looks awesome and vintage still. So, you know, that's just a unique skill that she has. She doesn't ink, but still it looks vintage and, you know, old, which is really clever, isn't it? I don't know how she quite achieves that, but there we go. Right. So, yeah, this one I might just have a little kind of layer going on like that. And like I say, I might then put this down like a bit of a pocket. So if we had that one there, and then I've got some other bits and pieces just to the side here that I'm thinking might look nice. I've got some labels, I've got some of my number tabs, I've got some coloured book plates. Yeah, just some different bits and pieces that I think might or might not look good with these. So, and I've also got some butterflies. So let's just bring this in. Oh, they're a bit screwed up, aren't they? They've obviously been floating around on my desk for a bit too long. Right, so let's just have a look. I mean, like I say, I want to try and get different looks. So if this one ends up quite neutral, then, you know, I'm okay with that, because we're going to hopefully kind of mix it up and have some that aren't so neutral maybe in some other ones. Right, now, do we want to have like some layering going on in the background? So I've got some of my 4-page fussy cut kind of pieces here. This is my second edition of them. So I hope everyone is having a good day. Maybe you are doing some crafting. I hope you're having a nice time. Let me know below. Are you going to be joining in the challenge? It would be so awesome if you did. And, you know, I'm really hoping that lots of people will be joining in, because, you know, of course, things are more fun with more people getting involved, aren't they? So, yeah, let me know. Are you joining in or planning on joining in? It would be very exciting if you did. Equally, if you don't want to join in but maybe just craft along, then, you know, that's cool too. Okay. Oops. Now dabbed my glue straight onto there. What a wally. That's a wet wipe. Don't want to be dabbing off with the wet wipe, because all that will happen is I will smudge my distress ink, which is not really a good look, is it? So yeah, let's have that one there, and then this heart here. I mean, that looks so pretty, doesn't it, even on its own? Now, I think what I want to do is take my glue, yeah, probably kind of like to about this point on the heart, because I'm going to use it as a pocket. So just pop in some glue down here. Oops. I'm using my 3-in-1, only really because I'm out of my usual glue, which is the Anita's Tacky Glue, which is, you know, my go-to for paper. So I would normally use the 3-in-1 and things for, you know, more fabric kind of items. But, you know, that's fine. I'm happy to use it for paper as well. There's no rules. So then we've got this heart. Now, do we want to have this one as another little tuck spot? Or do we want to have this kind of like stuck down maybe with some hot glue where it's slightly raised? I'm not sure. And do we want to have something contrasty coming out behind it? So I've got these book plates. If I just take one of these. Oh, honestly, by the end of this series, we're going to have a mountain of tags, which is just going to feel awesome. I love nothing better, you know, than accumulating tons of things ready-made. Oh, it's like the best feeling in the world when you look at what you've made and it's like, wow, look, I've got all this stuff now ready to go. So yeah, oh, that's going to be just covering up what's written on there. Oh, that's quite nice though. Or we could have it down here. Oh, maybe even across the bottom. No, I think maybe here, and then that one there, and then I've just got this butterfly. I mean, to be honest, all these bits, they were just floating around on my desk. I'm not, you know, I haven't gathered things specifically. It just happens, you know, as luck had it, that I happen to have those green book plates and then these green butterflies. So how lucky is that? Pretty awesome, I would say. Right. Okay. Oh, it's such a miserable day. I'm filming ahead, and yeah, I mean, I'm not filming that long ahead. It's probably like 4 weeks until the start of the series, you know, as I'm planning it. And yeah, it's just the most miserable weather outside. So hard to believe it's anywhere near summer, you know. It's very drab and horrible out there. Right. Okay, so I've got my lovely brads that the lovely Michelle, who runs our Facebook group, she bought me lots of these lovely brads, which, you know, they're like my favourite colours. So I've got these ones which are more of a, I'm never sure which is the bronze and which is the copper, but anyway. Oops. So I'm just going to get these ones because they're slightly smaller. Like that. Okie dokie. Right. Oh, now I've got 3. Right, there we go. And yeah, just going to do my holes here through my book plates. Okay. That one. And one on the other side. Quite often stick these down without, you know, putting the brads, but the brads are nice. You know, they do look good on them. Okay. I'll probably have to trim down the legs of the brads because otherwise they might be very visible. Let's squish that down. Oh, just noticed, look at my ring. It's just matching perfectly the colours that we're using here, isn't it? Yeah, looks really nice. Oh my goodness, come on, come on. Okay, right, oops. Just squish that one down as well. Okay, right. Yeah, I'm just going to stick that on. So this one I'm going to just use hot glue, but actually, now I just suddenly thought, do I want to have any lace on here? Just got some ivory lace, which might look quite good. Let's just see. Oh gosh, look at that. Look at how I've torn that. How ridiculous. Well, to be honest, I could just even have it just poking out one side. Let's just take that little tiny bit that I just ended up with, basically. Oh my goodness. You know, when you just have those clumsy days, it's one of those for me. So I apologise now for all my clumsy efforts. I have these clumsy days all the time. Very annoying. There we go. Right. Okay, so then this one I'm going to just put, I think, just a dab kind of more like at the bottom here. And then it would be like a tuck spot if we, you know, if we want to use it as a tuck spot. So there, in that middle bit. How gorgeous is that looking? And then the butterfly. We have the butterfly here. Yeah. So again, just going to hot glue that down. I don't know really why I chose hot glue, but it was, you know, right by my right hand. So I thought, oh, let's just use that. So we've got like a top loading pocket and then we've got a little tuck spot, which how cute does that look? I'm not sure what to use as my tab for this. I wonder whether, let's just see what hearts I've got here. So we could use another tab there, or another heart, sorry, as the tab. So I'm just going to ink it up here. So I'm inking the reverse side, so if there's anything, oops, anything overhanging the tag at the back looks inked up and not just glaring white paper. So that can go there. And again, let's just see if we want to have any lace coming out behind there. It might be too much lace, but let's just give it a try. Oh, I think it's fine without it actually. So let's just pop that down. It's always quite fun, isn't it, to use different things as tabs on tags. Tabs on tags. I always find that a bit of a tongue twister. There we go. How cute does that look? Super pretty, isn't it? And, you know, how simple was that? Really, really, really easy. And to be honest, does look quite vintage. So, yep, that's my first heart tag. See? Cannot even speak. Right, let's do this one. So, where do we want to position this one? I mean, we could even have some going off to the side, to be honest. That might be quite nice to do. As again, you know, a different look. So if we were to have that, oh, got this pinky book plate. I'm not sure, you know, whether that's ideal, but let's give it a try. I wonder if we could tie it in by having a pink heart at the top. Not sure. Let's just see. You know, just sticking with that whole, oh, let's use, you know, what we've got floating around on the desk. So not sure that that's quite the right heart to use on there. I said, didn't I, that I wanted to clash it up, you know, clash the colours, but that just didn't feel quite the right colour. So maybe let's try this one. No, that's not good. Let's try a label instead. What about this sort of dark brown one? So these labels, they're also from the Junk Journal Basics kit too. Okay. There we go. Maybe like that. And then, oh, should we have dark butterflies perhaps? That will tie in the dark of the label that we just used. Don't you just love that colour green? So lovely, isn't it? I mean, I do love bright colours, but yeah, green's always my favourite, and I'm always saying that, but yeah, I really love green. Oh my goodness, I mean, isn't that just really tying in the dark now? So let's just see if we want to have anything else dark. I've got some dark labels here. Well, they might be quite dramatic, mightn't they? Which might be nice. Got this one. Let's tear this down. I'm wondering if we could just have this like in the background torn down. Let's just see. Just poking out perhaps. Not made a good job of tearing that. It looks pretty rubbish. Like a mouse has just nibbled away at it, but just to kind of like incorporate that dark and get that yeah, dark vibe going on. So got that. Oh, another thing again, just finding these bits all over my desk, so that's quite cool, isn't it? We could have that down there, maybe this side. Gosh, yeah, just want to kind of like fill in some of the background with some dark elements, you know, to bring the dark in. So let's bring these bits down, I think, a bit, because this one I might have some ribbon or something at the top, in which case I need to just make sure that I've actually left room to get the ribbon on. So there we go. Haven't done a challenge for a long time, so feeling slightly nervous about this, but hopefully yeah, hopefully it will be fun and people will kind of like join in. So right, and then yeah, going to put the heart down. Now this heart, oh, this is going to be tricky, but I'm going to try and put it more like a belly band, so need to be careful because some of this heart's going to be hanging off the page, but hopefully that's going to be fine. So I'll just ink around it a bit, and then I'm just going to ink around the tag just because it will be harder to get to once the heart's glued down on there. Again, just a bit of ink around the back. Okay, right, so here we're just going to then, yeah, put it down here. So I'm going to have to glue right on these two edges, and can I be a little bit sort of tricky, but hopefully I won't make too much of a mess of it. So just here, and then just down on the other side as well. So then we've just got that space running down straight through the middle. This is where I find that actually it's, you know, put the glue totally on the wrong place, but let's stick it down and see. Oh my goodness, come on. Like that. Okay. Pop those bits up. Okay. And then just my, oops, label. I just have the label to the side a bit. I mean, again, how much this ink's really doing on such a dark piece, I don't know, but let's just ink it up anyway. And then the butterfly, I think we'll have over here. Might be able to do another dark butterfly, actually. Oh, isn't that annoying? The crease has gone straight through the middle of that one. Let's try it anyway, shall we? Oh, do you know what? Hopefully, I'm thinking my desk might look a lot clearer at the end of this series. I mean, it's not an X-Files series or anything, using up the stuff on our desk, but wouldn't that be just a fantastic kind of, not byproduct, but, you know, oh, I don't know, bonus effect, I suppose, of this series. If actually then my desk was emptier, oh my goodness, that would be just awesome. You know, I'd have like loads of bits to use and a clearer desk. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? So, yeah. Okay. Put that there. That's a bit low compared to where I'd had it, but never mind. I'm sure it's fine. Then this one I'll put a little bit flapping wings. Like that. And then the other one I'm going to have to stick down a little bit more because it got quite creased. So if I have the wings flapping, it might just end up, you know, folding over where the creases were. So yeah, we'll just put it like this, I think. There we go. I mean, that's such a different looking tag, isn't it? It's really pretty. And, you know, who would have thought to have put those colours on there like that? But they look really good, don't they? So just having a look around to see what I've got that's green. Oh, my goodness. Just happened to have this bit of sari silk. Again, this was floating on the desk. Now, we could ruffle a little bit of sari silk at the bottom of this tag. That might be quite nice. This is unfortunately very, very frayed on the edge. It's obviously been laying buried on my desk for ages. And it's, yeah, looking a bit the worse for wear, but never mind. Oops. Oh my goodness. Right. So yeah, it is more frayed than I would have liked, but I think that's okay. So right, let's ruffle that across the bottom. I've really gone for it. I've put glue right across the bottom. Normally I'd be probably a bit more cautious and sort of do it in 2 halves, but I mean, it's not like a big area, is it? So let's just go for it. Okay. Looking good, and we'll snip that off here. Okay, 1, 2. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty, isn't it? Now, do you think I'm going to manage to do a bow? Because this is not the biggest piece of sari silk, and is it going to tear? Thinking it might. Oh, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do that. Now, where's my crocodile? That's the next thing. Right, let me quickly nip and find my crocodile. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Right, so let's just quickly pop a hole in here. And then actually I've got some bronzy eyelets, but not the big ones. I always think the big ones, they're a bit of a waste when using something like sari silk, because, you know, they're going to kind of cover up a lot of it, but these are sort of a midway size. They're chunkier than a normal eyelet, I would say, but not as chunky as, you know, those wide eyelets. Eyelets? Am I saying that word right? It seems to be like coming out strangely, but anyway, never mind. Right. Okay, I'll just tie this up. Right, going to do my best to do a bow, but this is not very you know, I've not got that much sari silk here, so I might struggle to actually do it. But, okay, and there we go. So it's not the biggest bow in the world, but I mean, it looks okay, doesn't it? Like that. Yeah, that is pretty, to be honest. So I'm just going to touch a bit of glue in there, just on where the bow is, just to keep the bow done up, really. I mean, again, you don't have to do things like that, but I always feel paranoid that the bow's going to come undone. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just love it. Right, okay, next one. Right, no longer remember what heart we were going to put there, so right, let's go in and choose another. I have got this dark sultry one. Oh, that's not good, is it? I've got one with a hole. I've obviously, some of these I've been doing other things with previously, and now, you know, forgotten what I was actually doing with them. So what do we want to go for here? Oh my goodness, that one's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, love that one. Okay, so how do we want to tie that pretty pink in? I have, again, from that 4-page fussy cuts, got this pink. Obviously it's completely different shade of pink, but just wonder whether it might still work. Don't know whether it will, but let's give it a try. It's not bad, actually. Not bad. Oh, for goodness sake, look. My unsteady hands, they're just really annoying today. Should we have that right down the bottom? That's really nice, isn't it? So let's just pop this on. I think this tag has been inked up already. It's looking quite inked, isn't it? Okay. Again, try and put that quite highish. Okay. Smoosh that glue down. Okay. Right, that one. Just quickly ink the side of that, just because the rest of the tag has been inked, so it might be weird not to suddenly ink that. Now, I did have some of my roses printables, which they've got some of these roses, which would then, oops, tie that straight in. I wonder if I happen to have them here on my desk. It's unlikely, isn't it? Because nothing's ever quite that useful or handy, you know. No, of course I haven't. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's really annoying, because they would have been just perfect there. Right. Let's just see. Well, we could have something like that at the bottom. That looks quite lovely, doesn't it? I wonder whether we could get away with a second heart bit inside on this. Not that one. That's not really the right colour. Ooh. Just wondering whether we could ruffle this at the bottom. I know this is now going quite multicoloured, but I mean, I don't mind that. Right, so this one again, shall we have this as like a pocket or like a belly band? I don't think it really matters too much. So yeah, let's pop it on as a pocket. The main reason I opted for a pocket really was because where we're going to have that sari silk ruffled at the bottom, I don't want the heart not glued down, if you see what I mean. Right, okay. Ended up dragging that a little bit, so I've got a bit of glue seepage there. Okay, just get rid of that. Okay. Right, let's just pop this bit of sari silk on. So again, we'll just go right the way across because it's only a small area. Oh my goodness. Oh, I should have sorted out how my sari silk was looking first, shouldn't I? Because now it's all like, it's all twisted. And I thought, oh, my hot glue is going to be dry before I actually get it stuck down. Oh, right. Okay. Just snip that off. Can you see how frayed that is? So yeah, let's just cut off a little bit of those frays. Don't mind it a bit frayed, but my goodness, that's like crazy levels of fraying going on there. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? you know, even if that had nothing else on there, that looks lovely, doesn't it? Right, so we've got that. And what do we want to tie in? Oh, got a smaller version of that heart. That's quite cute. Could have that at the top, or we could have it here. That's quite nice. Okay. So maybe have this one just tucked in. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? So I'm just going to glue this one down, only because for me this feels quite small to actually tuck something into a pocket. I'm not saying that you couldn't, but yeah, we'll just pop that in behind. Oh, come on. Like that. Okay. Oh, that looks yummy, doesn't it? Really, really pretty. Yeah, love how that looks. Right. Now, do we want to have, I don't know whether we want to have maybe butterflies or anything. Have I got any butterflies? That's the question. Oh, no, this is where I discover I don't have. I've got my little rosebuds, which we'd used previously in a mass make. Oh, let's just see what's under this pile of stuff. Right. Oh, got some of my rosebuds. So, oh gosh, I don't think this is now the right colour. I mean, what were the odds of that? Ridiculous. Get it off with a big sheet of paper. So it's not quite the right colour, but let's just have a look anyway. So just going to cut around that. I mean, as it happens, it's massive to put in there. So what I might do, or, you know, glue down on there, but what I might do is have it tucked into the pocket as the piece coming out. That might be quite nice and a bit different, something a little bit different. So just cut down there. And I say this all the time, but honestly, don't be intimidated by cutting out flowers and things, because although they look awful, you know, when you look at them and you think, oh gosh, all that fiddly cutting, actually they're not as bad as cutting, like, you know, a circle. I mean, my world's worst thing. Or, you know, I don't know, maybe like if you had to cut out, let's say, a person and it's got a lady with hands, or obviously a lady with hands, but you know, because they're really fiddly. But when you're cutting out, oh gosh, what's going on? Come on. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? So we could just have the rosebud tucked in. Then they're really fiddly, because of course, you know, you can't just cut her hand off or cut fingers off, you know, and things like that. Whereas flowers, nobody really knows what they look like in the first place. So, you know, you can get away with a lot more. They're much more forgiving than some of the other things that we use. So, oh gosh, come on. There we go. So that's just going to tuck in that pocket. Now I feel like we need something pink up here really as the tab. So let's just see what I've got. Oh, what have I got? Oh, I've got some of these little flowers. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Let's try one of these. Could have one of these just kind of like down here. It's quite pretty, isn't it? It's all just tying that pink in really, isn't it? Which, you know, then just looks lovely. And then at the top, you can see my little, you know, ribbon banner things. Of course, I haven't got any quite the right colour. Never got things just right, do we? Oh, that's not bad. So we could have that up there. Or I'm just going to check whether I've got any... got this green ribbon. It's not really the right colour, but let's just try that. And I'm thinking then could have one of these ribbons there. Not ribbons, flowers. So if I just glue this together, make a little banner. Cut that down there. Okay. Like that. Okie dokie. And then got hot glue threads everywhere. I'm all clumsy today. Oh, it's not a good day. Not a good day for grafting. Not a good day for crafting on video especially, but right. Yeah, just think that ties in then the green. I mean, I'm not saying that green is quite perfect. It's not really, but it's good enough. I think it will do. There we go. And a pink flower. Like that. Oh my goodness, how pretty does that one look? Yeah, loving that one. Okay, next. Sorry about that. So another thing that you could do is you could make your own hearts. So I'm just going to take this is my roses collection papers, and I'm just going to place it on somewhere. Just going to pick a random spot. So let's go over here. So we're going to end up with a nice pink heart. I'm just going to cut it out like that first so that I've got less to hold, and then I'm going to put it on the back where it's then a bit more easy to see. Oops, like that. And then, I mean, I'm just going to really roughly cut it out here. Obviously, if you wanted to draw around, you know, a template instead, then that might be easier. But obviously, I'm just trying to kind of do this quickly because we're on film. So, oops, take that round. Cut that out like that. Okay, and then just like that. Okie dokie, so that's your heart then. And then what you could do is you could make a pocket across your heart. So hold on a second. Sorry, I just had to tell my daughter to turn her music down because she's on half term at the moment. So yeah. Right, okay, so this here, this is my French, you know, my Paris collection papers. And I'm just going to put that across to make a pocket on my heart. So just choosing which section I'm going to use. So I might just use, oh, I could use that section actually, that's quite nice. Oh, right, okay, let me just cut this out first. Oh, I don't know. Oh, right, I'm just going to, yes, cut this down here. This is where I discover I've cut it in the wrong spot, and now I'm just going to be left with scraps that are useless. Right, there we go. So all I'm going to do is just glue. Now, trying to be really sparing with my glue here because obviously this is not going to be a very big pocket at all. But I'm just gluing round the edge of my heart. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know really whether the camera picks that up. But just round the edge, very, very fine run of glue. And then just pop that onto your heart. Oh my gosh, I'm making a terrible job of this with my very unsteady hands. Right, there we go. So, and then squish that down like that. Okay. And then we can just cut that out. Okay. Oops. Okie dokie. So then, oops, cut that out like that. Gosh. There we go. And then you've got a pocket actually on your heart. So again, you could then ink around the edge of that. And if I'd have thought, I would have actually inked around the top of the, you know, the pocket part. But what you could do now is just then pop your, just looking for my little glue spreader. Oh, let me pull in a different one. Okay, that's not great actually because that's very thick. No. Right, let me just take a bit of book page. So I can just pop this into the pocket just so that when I ink this, it's kind of more, you know, staying on the pocket edge. There we go, like that. Okay. And then I've just got this. This is from my fun photos. I use these quite a lot, I have to say. These elements from that. And then she could go kind of just on the pocket like that. Maybe I've got some skinny lace. I don't know whether that's too skinny. Let me just try this one. Hold on. That's too big, I think. Well, let's just try it. Yeah, so I mean, you could have it like that. Let me just try the skinnier lace. Sorry, since filming, I'd been filming first thing, so I hadn't actually got dressed or anything. I was, you know, just in my sort of nightwear, and I just chucked a jumper over, and yeah, I've now got dressed, and now I've got a clunky button top, so perhaps I should try and slip my sleeve round so the buttons aren't clunking on the desk continuously, because that's probably pretty annoying. Right, so let's just use this little thin lace, so across there like that, okay, like that. And then again, actually, I'm going to bring my piece of book page back, oops, and tuck that into the pocket like this, so that when I glue my lady down, if I end up, you know, putting glue too far on her, it's not going to dab onto the heart. So I'm just going to sort of make a note roughly where I think the glue needs to line up to. And again, just using my hot glue for speed. So then she can go down onto that pocket like that. Okay. Lucky I had, because look, it's stuck onto the book page now. So yeah, just take that book page out. Oh my goodness, she's really stuck onto there. So lucky I had that on there. Cut my lace. Okay, there we go. Looks pretty, doesn't it? I don't know whether I want to neaten that up on that edge, actually. It might be too boring like that. I've got a heart here. A heart? What am I talking about? No, I've got a pearl. So I could put a pearl actually either edge. Don't know whether that might look good or not. Or I could have like two here. Something like that. I forgot I had buttons on both sleeves. Oh dear, right. Maybe I prefer them at either end, but I'll just glue this one down first and then decide. One. And just try that one. Yeah, I quite like them either end actually. So let's put this one on the other end. Actually, no, I don't think I do actually. No, I prefer it here. Don't know what suddenly changed my mind, but I think just suddenly I was thinking about it and thought, actually, no, I don't think I do. Right, so, and that looks so pretty, doesn't it? And then, obviously, take your tag. So, yeah, since going off to get changed, I've forgotten what we were up to, but probably put it on here. So, again, let's just ink around the tag. Like that. Stick around the back. And then we might have just a little bit of coordinating paper. I wonder if we could use this one. Just so as we've got something else on there, kind of tying in the colours. So let's try that on there. Yeah, that's quite pretty, isn't it? So yeah, let's put it down that side. Okay. Like that. Oops. Oh, it's just slipping over everywhere. Right, there we go. And then our little pocket, you can just pop down there. I've got a label here, I don't know whether... Oh, that's quite nice down there, isn't it? So, yeah, let's just cut that label in half. Nothing better than a half label, I think. So then we can just pop... Oh, sorry. Can pop that down. And again, what we can do is obviously pop this on like a pocket again. So you've got then a double pocket, because you've got the pocket on the heart, and now you've got the pocket of the heart itself. So pop that down onto there, like that. Okie dokie. How pretty is that looking? And then I'll just ink this label now. So we can just then pop that label down to the side. Looks nice, doesn't it? Just sort of felt like it needed something to break it up, you know, and add sort of a slightly darker colour onto there. So there we go. Just mop that out. Okay, so that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? I don't know whether, I wonder if we could have that label. That's quite nice. Again, just ink that up. So this is just the other half, obviously, of that label, and it just tucks underneath here. Oops, like that. Oh my goodness, talk about wobbly. Or not wobbly, wonky. Wobbly, wonky, it's all the same, isn't it, really? But yeah, there we go. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that tag look? Now what should we do for a tab for this one? Oh, got some pale sari silk. Again, this is very doubtful that I would be able to make a bow with this, so we might just have to, I wonder if I could do a little bow here. Oh no, very tiny, this piece. It's too small, I think. Can I? Probably if I wasn't so clumsy today. My hands are just really unsteady today. So, okay, hold on a second. Oops. Oh, come on. Not even a hole big enough to grab that through. What is going on with my crafting ability? There we go. Right, okay. Oh, that was very tricky for me today. My gosh, come on, come on. Oh, I can't even now pull it through. It's kind of like, yeah, gone just like impossible to move. Well, that's okay. Oh, I'm just going to stick that on because actually it looks quite cute, doesn't it? So, yeah. There we go. Just pop that one on there. How gorgeous does that look? Very, very pretty. Okay, loving that. That's really gorgeous. Really pretty, to be honest. Love that. So you've got 2 pockets on there. So again, let's just see. You could maybe pop just, you know, a heart tag in there or something. So if I just ink that up, whoops, ink that up on the back. Like that. Okay. So that can go in here in this pocket. And then you could obviously have another one in behind it. Let's see if I could use that one. Is that going in behind there? Oh, I can't even see, to be honest. Yeah, so then you could have that one in behind. So again, just going to ink that up a bit. And of course it's plain on the back. Okay. That can just go, yeah, in the heart pocket behind, like that. So I mean, that's like really hearts galore, isn't it, on that one? So yeah, love that one. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Right, so pop that to one side. Right, the other thing that I thought we could do is I thought we could have some hearts like cut in the middle. Now, running out of hearts here. I don't want to use that one that I've backed. I did cut these ones down pre-starting, so let's just use these. Admittedly, they're a bit kind of blendy on that. Let me see if I've got another hot tag base beside me that maybe they'll show up a bit more on. No, I've got this one. I don't think they're going to show up anymore on this either. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Because they're not really going to go on here. Oh, what about... I mean, I don't really want to kind of cut in the middle of that building and then put them opposite each other. That's just a bit too weird. Let's try this one. Let me just cut this in half. So we could either have it on there. Let me try it on this tag. Oh, it's too blendy, isn't it? Too blendy on there. Yeah, not great on there. Let's just try it on this one. It's not bad on there, to be honest. Right, let me just ink this up. So okay. Just ink it a little bit at the back as well. Okay. And then we would have that and that. I mean, to be honest, they don't even have to really be the same, I suppose, do they? I mean, that's kind of quite cool, isn't it? I don't know. Or is that just a bit weird? Oh, maybe that's better. Try these two. No, that blends a bit too much. Put those two on there. I'd best get making some more tag bases, hadn't I? Otherwise we're going to run out pretty quick in this series, and then I'll be stumped with no more tags to use. So yeah, I quite like that. And then what I'm thinking is we could just use something in the middle. So I don't know whether we could use... I did once see Amity Bloom do something similar to this, and I just thought it looked so pretty. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I've got quite the right bits. Do you know, I'm now thinking let's cut another heart, because, you know, there's no point using things that then you're not going to feel quite pleased with. So yeah, let's do another one. So we just cut around here. Don't know whether this brown one's going to be much better actually on that blue, but we'll give it a try. Give it a try and see. Oops. So again, just using this quickly as a template, cutting round rather than drawing around it. So it might not be the best heart when it's done, but it's just going to be nice and quick. Okay. Oh, it's not too bad, to be honest. So yeah, let's just give that a quick ink in. Just cut that down the middle. Okay, right, let's just try this. And again, like I said, I mean, you could even have two different colours on there. Well, isn't that weird? Oh, well, I guess that was bigger than the hearts that I'd used. Yeah, I thought, well, that's really weird. Why is that bigger? Yeah, I'd obviously used a bigger heart to cut round, but you know, we could just move it over like that, to be honest. Just move these together. Put these, or perhaps who knows? Who knows what's gone on, to be honest, but put them back together and then just cut them down. Okay, oops. 1, 2, like that. So, I mean, they look like angel wings, don't they, to be honest? I think that's really pretty. And then in the middle of that, I mean, you could have literally anything that you like. We could have a little circle. I don't know whether... I wonder if these are the... No, they're not going to be... No. Oh, where's my 1-inch punch? Let me just grab my 1-inch punch and punch out a circle. And try those then. Oops. Oh. Right, okay. I'll just try these. What one would be good? Oh, should we try this one with the butterfly? Oh. Isn't this annoying? Don't know as these are the 1-inch circles actually, but anyway, give it a try. Oops. Okay, right. So we could use it like that. Oh my gosh, how gorgeous is that looking? So again, what we'll do is we'll just yeah, we're just going to put this down here. So straight down the edge. Again, I've tried to go as close to the edge as I can. Stick that down there like that. Grab my wipe, mop out that excess glue. Okie dokie, and then oops, down the other edge. Okay, like that. Okay, again, just mop that down the side. Okay, right. So like that, and then take a bit more of that book page. Again, just thread that underneath so that when I then glue the circle down, any excess glue will just touch the book page rather than the tag itself. So I'm just going to quickly pop that down. What you could do, I suppose, actually, is to, you know, try and avoid that as much as you could. Pop some glue just either side, really. Maybe just a little bit here on those. I'm going to call them wings because they look like wings to me. There we go. And yeah, pop that in there. Glue that down like that. Okie dokie. Mop that out. Oh, how gorgeous. That looks so cute, doesn't it? Isn't that so pretty? I mean, to be honest, I'm not even sure that needs anything else. It looks so lovely just on its own. But, I mean, if we wanted to put something else, what else would we put on there? Got some bows here. Ooh. Again, probably not anything quite the right colour, but got some blue ones. Oh, maybe that. Let's just try this. This is my bright bows. Okie dokie. Just put that one down. Oops. Okay. And then just ink this up a bit so it's looking a bit more grungy. Oops. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, that looks really lovely. Now, do we think we want to have any kind of label or anything at the bottom? Just having a look through to see what I might have, you know, that just might look quite nice. I've got these coloured book plates. Oh, do you know what? We could have had one of those going across between those wings, couldn't we? Okay. To be honest, once you put those, you know, those two halves of the hearts together, you know, the bits I'm calling wings, actually your mind runs wild with all the different things that you could put in there, you know, which would look absolutely awesome. I mean, to be honest, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? I love the circle. Yeah, you could use all manner of things. Do you know, I might have that in the centre. I know that's a bit strange. I would never have thought that would look good, but there's something about it I'm quite liking. So why have I done this where my small ones are all down the bottom? It's only a matter of time, isn't it, before these end up completely all over the desk. Okay, I need to shake them up or give them a stir round, but of course the pot's now so full I can't really get to them in the first place. So yeah, another just misorganisation. You know, when you think that you're just organising in the right way, and then it's like, oh, that didn't pan out as well as I'd hoped. All right. Again, just then quickly put the brads in here. Okay, like that. Right, Again, might have to cut those little legs off of that brad a bit because it's perhaps a bit too, you know, overhanging. Oops. Okay, right. Just move those down like that. Okay, right. So, oh, or maybe I just moved that one. It felt like it kind of cut, but yeah, it couldn't have done. So, oh, now look. Okay, right. So let's get those. Just going to squish this onto the mat so those brads are really nicely flattened down. And then we could have perhaps a little bit of lace coming out like we did that other one. So yeah, just a bit of lace there. So just cut that down. Okay, right. Oh. We hold this in place like that. Okay, right. So again, just going with the hot glue, nice and quick. Okay, and yep. That just holds that lace in place. And then here, again, I'm just going to be really lazy and use the hot glue so it's just done instantly. Like that. Okay, put that down there. So what we've got then is those little wings and the circle. They're making a little belly band on the page. I'm just going to quickly ink up the reverse of that bow so it's, there we go. Isn't that such a cute tag? So that's your pocket through the middle. So yeah, I mean, they're all looking quite different actually. We're achieving some different looks. Okay, so the probably final one, because I doubt we're going to have much time to do anything else, is, so this is a little skinny tag, and what I thought we could do is literally line our little hearts up straight down the middle. You know, like you get those butterfly kinds of images lined up through the middle. So hopefully it's going to kind of have that sort of appearance. So I'm going to just ink these up. There we go. 1, 2. Okie dokie. Like that. So I've picked similar colours for the top and the bottom one, and then just a sort of contrasty one for the middle, which I think looks quite nice and works quite well. And then those you could just literally glue straight down. So one. Actually, do you know what? And I meant to mention this. I would have probably started with the middle one, I think. Actually, no. Maybe this is the way to do it. So yeah, to try and get them equidistant, I wouldn't, you know, necessarily recommend doing them like 1, 2, 3. I'd either try and do the middle one first and then get them equidistant like that, or like we've done here, do the top and the bottom, and then use your eye to judge. Oops, to get your final one more or less in the middle, if that makes sense. You know, if you're trying to kind of like go 1, 2, 3, I just think that's harder. This is kind of easier. Or, you know, put the middle one down and do them like that. But yeah, probably actually this is probably the best sort of simplest way to do it. Oh, I've got a red heart just floating about, which actually I could use the red heart as the tab on this. So again, just quickly ink around the edge of this tag. Okay, and then we'll just ink around here. Okie dokie, looking good, looking good, looking good. And then should we have a heart on, oh, butterfly, not a heart, we've already got 3. So I'll just take this. So again, these are those Junk Journal Basics set 2. Just take this one, and you know, these are quite nice because they're quite dark. They're going to be a bit of a contrast, because otherwise I feel like these are quite sort of blendy colours, where this gives a little bit more, yeah, a bit more of a contrast, I think. So like that. Fiddly, fiddly. Okay, and then just, yeah. Just get rid of that one, like that. Okay, right, we'll just quickly ink this one up. Just kind of gives it just something, you know, something contrasty, doesn't it? So again, just going to be really lazy. Hot glue this one down like that. Didn't have to have gone on the middle one, but for some reason that one was just kind of calling me. I've got this sorry silk. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the right the right colour, but it was just catching my eye, and I thought, oh, could it be the right colour? No, it's not. Go with your instincts. If you think it's not going to be the right colour, it's probably not. So I'm going to just put that red bow at the top on here. It you know, it was floating about, and actually I even picked it up, didn't I, on the glue or the blender or whatever it was. So I feel like it was telling me to use it there, really. So there we go. Oops. There we go. I mean, how cute is that tag? Really, really gorgeous. So let's do a recap of the heart tags that we have done. So, yep. Hearts on your tags for junk journals. They have all been done now. So we have got this one, obviously. Move all the stuff out the way a bit. We've got this one. This one. I mean, they're similar colours, but very, very different looking still, aren't they? We've got this one here, which I love this with the wings. That's so pretty. And we've got this one. And we've got this one. So yeah, we've made 6 tags, which I don't think is bad, to be honest. So 6 tags ready made there using hearts. As I said, I do struggle sometimes to use hearts. I think these all look very vintage, and yeah, I would definitely not have a problem kind of using these in a vintage journal. So I hope it's given you some inspiration. I really hope that you're joining in the challenge, and yeah, so I really hope that you are enjoying the series so far. I really hope that you are, you know, joining in the challenge, and yeah, have fun if you are. If you're not joining in the challenge, but you're perhaps joining in the crafting, I hope you're having a great time. Yeah, really would appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So have fun. Bye.